Alright, we're starting this warm-up off with 30 seconds on a prone or face down plank. You want to ensure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Trying your best to keep your spine in alignment, tail tucked under, abs are turned on. Open the balls of the feet and hold the position with your shoulders and hips in a nice straight line. Next, we're going to transfer into a lateral or a side plank where we have our elbow directly underneath our shoulder. Feet are stacked, hip lifted up to the ceiling, and body in alignment. So again, 30 seconds on a side plank, followed by 30 seconds on the other side. Again, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, feet stacked, hips straight up to the ceiling. If you need to modify this move, instead of stacking your feet and using them as the point of contact with the floor, you can bend your knees and lift up from your hip with your knees and your elbow on the floor. From here, I'm now going into a glute bridge, placing my heels down, keeping my spine neutral, and extending my hips open. My goal is to have my hips and knees in a straight line, heels in contact with the floor, and core engaged. Squeezing my glutes to help hold the hip extension open. After 30 seconds on a double glute bridge, I'm going into a single leg glute bridge, hold. So here, now I'm forcing my left hip open by getting my left glutes to fire and holding that hip extension for 15 seconds before I switch to the other side for 15 seconds. The goal here is to not drop the hips, keep the tail tucked under so that your hamstrings don't cramp. After 15 seconds, I'm going into an abdominal hold. So isometric hold here to get the core engaged. I'm holding my legs at 90 degrees for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I move out a little further away. And then final 10 seconds, I'm challenging myself to extend my legs out as straight as I can, all while trying to keep my back pressed into the floor. And then from there, we go into dynamic stretches. The first dynamic stretch I'm starting with is a knee hug, where I'm pulling the knee up to my chest, giving it a little extra hug with the arms. And this will stretch hamstrings. Next, I'm going into a walking quad stretch where I'm going to grab my ankle and pull my knee under my hip. And this will stretch my quadriceps or the fronts of my thighs. Try to keep the torso nice and straight. Get a good grab and a good tug. The next stretch is called leg cradle, where I'm basically bringing my thigh up into flexion, but I'm turning out, my knee outward, and then hugging my thigh to my chest. This stretch should be felt in the outer thigh. Next, we're going into a lunge with torso rotation. Kind of hard to do without shoes on. I'm going into a simple lunge here where I am planting to the big toe, small toe heel. My goal is to get a nice right angle between upper thigh and shin, and then I'm rotating my torso in the direction of the leg that is up. Next, I have a straight leg march. I'm keeping my leg straight as I swing it up towards my hands. The goal is to try to be able to touch the toes, bring the toes to the hands, not bring the hands down to the feet. Next stretch here is just a simple squat lateral walk. I'm getting low in a squat position, keeping my hips back, toes facing forward, and just taking steps to the side without bringing my feet too close together. Finally, I'm doing an inchworm here, where we're keeping your legs straight, pressing heels to the floor, hand walking yourself out to parallel, adding a push-up at the bottom, and then inchworming or bringing the legs in close to the body.